Welcome to the video. I said in the last vlog that I wasn't going to film home workouts, but I thought to myself, well, there's people potentially going to be in isolation, or have been in isolation, or are about to be in isolation, or in lockdown, and I feel like this could help someone if they have limited load. Just give them either motivation or give them some education in terms of how to home workout train. Anyway, we've got a push day today. Enjoy. Or if you just want to see me train, then enjoy as well. Number one thing to do is warm up adequately. But number two thing is you need some music. There's no way you can get through this without music. Also, if you're someone who's on their phone all the time, as in your work is predominantly on your mobile, it's always best to just leave it in the house. In the gym, I can kind of get away with it. While I'm working out, I can't, because I'll always look at it because I'm always distracted, because I just can't necessarily get too engrossed in a home workout. You're kind of just waiting for it to get done. But when you got your phone somewhere else, no distractions. Right, that's a lot better. I think I've been really feeling the Tyler the Creator's new album. So with that being said, I'm gonna have to put on some MF Doom, which doesn't make sense, but only trouble with these, I don't know how loud I'm speaking, so that's a problem. So I think it's gonna be a lot of editing and post. First movement of the day is gonna be a cable. No, it's not gonna be a cable. It was gonna be a cable lat raise, but it's gonna be a dumbbell lat raise. I'm going to do it seated. Ideally, I'd want one with a back support, so I don't swing. But essentially, I'm trying to stop the swing, just trying to stop inertia. It's very easy when you're doing like a lat raise, especially like a cable lat raise or a dumbbell lat raise. It's very easy to kind of swing. So when you're standing up, you kind of like this. So you're using a fuck ton of erectors, and one of the biggest causes of fatigue, in my opinion, systemic fatigue especially, is going to be spinal loading. So you don't want to add to that just from a simple like isolation movement. Yeah, the reason why we have isolation movements is to somewhat limit fatigue whilst pushing in volume. So like actually let the isolations do their thing. It's going to be 2 sets, 10 to 15 reps. And notice at the top, we're just having a slight pause, nothing major, just a slight pause. Ideally with home workouts, it depends on the area and location right now, if you can get them. Kettlebells are great, because essentially you're going to be up here and the weight's going to be kind of down here still. If you ever tried the legend, wait for it, dairy. notice at the back end of that set as well, notice that I'm having like 2 or 3 breathers. 2 or 3 breathers are fine. It's when you're like at the top of the rep or at the bottom of the rep and you're kind of having these like 10-minute breathers. You're just hitting kind of multiple failure points. 1 or 2 breaths is fine. Now we have rear delts. So we had medial delts first exercise. Now we've got rear delts. Get out of the way. I wanted to do a rear delt fly, however, we don't have that much to play with, so I think I'm going to do a rear delt row. We just have EAA and creatine in that. No discount code because I'm not famous enough. One thing with rear delt rows or rear delts in general is that there's such a small muscle group. If you actually look at the rear delt, it's just like when you see people try and like rear delt row like 25 kilogram dumbbells, and what they're only doing is kind of really smacking the rhomboids and the traps and the lats, and they're never really getting that rear delt. So really lighten the load. You'll see here in a minute, I've only got like 10 kilograms, but I'll really just isolate just that muscle group. You know when you'll hit it as well because you can feel it. Mainly because you've probably not hit it that effectively before, but most exercises are going to be taken to failure. There'll be a few circumstances where I don't, but that's mainly out of safety. Like I'm not really sure what I'm going to do for pressing today, but we'll see. I'm hoping it's not going to rain. 2 sets. Exactly what I didn't want to happen has happened in the form of rain. Bollocks. I think in terms of my own selfish endeavour, I think I'm looking at the barbell and thinking I can do this at the gym. I kind of want to show people how to do it if you don't have a barbell. Let's do that. Yeah. Now firstly, go get a bag you don't care about and get any load you can in here. Probably going to get 20 kilograms, but you can do this with anything in the world, just as long as it's heavy-ish. That'll do. Now, ideally you'd want a backpack, but come on. Okay. Cool. We're all good. Right. So we're going to do a weighted push-up. You should be able to see me. If you can't, then fuck my life. Just watch out for this low dump, because it's going to be severe. Here we go. Okay. Cool. It's a very easy way to get stimulus. And one heavy misnomer is that you need to be in a maintenance phase when you're kind of home working out. And my caveat to that is do that for a bit and you're guaranteed to at least maintain muscle. Gain. When I say retain or maintain, that's mainly in a fat loss phase. But you can do real, like, heavy damage in an off season if you can do something like that. You're gonna get stimulus. You're gonna build muscle. So the overarching message there is don't necessarily waste your time in a maintenance phase here. You can push on, albeit the calorie surplus will be a little bit smaller, but you can push on. I feel like I'm doing BFR training with my breast. Oh. So I hope there was nothing valuable in there. I also really think that the lockdowns that we had, number one, people assumed like we should do things like banded flies and stuff. So it kind of opened my eyes to the fact that people didn't know how to program, especially in the fitness industry. And they didn't really have a grasp on how hypertrophy kind of worked. Like again, your body doesn't know the difference between that and a chest press. It just knows that it's being stretched, right? And it's being contracted. So it's quite interesting, I found. Yeah. But next up we have, so that's two sets of that. Next up we have a fly variation. We're actually going to superset this. And that's another thing you can do, by the way. Supersets get a lot of hate. But supersets are very effective when it comes down to home training, because you can basically go through multiple failure points, and I'll show you what I do here. You basically go through multiple failure points, basically effectively targeting the whole chest. Okay. Oh. Wow, that's something that you don't need to consider in the gym, is the sun. Right, so now my top portion is pretty fatigued. This portion isn't. Oh, fuck. So understand that a superset doesn't have to be like a complete, like another movement, right? It could just be almost like fatigue ranges with the same movement. So that was chest done. Now I do advise that you probably do more volume than me. But your boy is running fairly low volume at the minute, just to handle prep and fatigue, but also generally I can get away with quite little amounts of volume. Anyway, skull crushers again in the sun. It's quite funny actually. I'm getting to that point in prep where we're going to start to utilize like metabolite techniques, so things like supersets and drop sets and myo reps. So this home workout hasn't actually come at that bad of a time, because a lot of my style of training is actually more in line with this. So what we're going to do is actually superset the skull crushers with a close grip variation press up. Now second set, sounds like tennis. Yeah. I tend to find with dumbbells as well, you can really twist it to find where you feel it. I feel it, so some people feel it like here. I feel it just here, so just rotating out. You can bend down. Almost like throwing it up. Ah. 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 Yeah. Ah. Fuck. Ah. Oh. Ah. Oh, fuck. Oh my lord. And that was pretty much it. Well, not pretty much, that was it. Sweaty headphones. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the start of that video. I'm planning on doing a few more like that, instructional, educational, just walking through my session, because I tend to find that sometimes it can get a bit too fluffy with coffee making and all that different types of things. So I'm just going to be a little bit more raw, edited with some vlogs, especially now we're doing tour weeks. So yeah, expect some more like this. If you enjoyed the start of the video, make sure you like, you share, and you subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.